This is the OnePlus Ace 6, and if this ends up launching globally as the OnePlus 15R, OnePlus might actually have something special here. We get the Snapdragon 8 Elite under the hood, a large 1.5K 165Hz AMOLED display similar to the one on the flagship OnePlus 15, and somehow they've managed to cram in an even bigger battery, 7800 mAh. On paper, there is a lot to like. So today, let's unbox the Ace 6 and take a closer look at what OnePlus has actually done, the good, the questionable, and everything in between. If this is your first time here, or in case you still don't remember, my name's Ash, you're watching C4E Tech, and if you find this video interesting, if you like early hands-on of Chinese launches like this, drop this video a like, get subscribed, and let's get started. As always, we start with that familiar red OnePlus box. This one has big, bold A6 branding. I picked up the 12-256 variant, which most of you guys would know if I picked it up. That's the base. OnePlus offers up to 16 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM and up to a terabyte of UFS 4.1 storage, which is pretty much a standard these days. Now inside, we get a red insert, which houses a leaflet and a soft case. And the design here, there's huge Ace branding to the back. Like it, hate it, drop a comment. Next, we get to the phone itself, the OnePlus Ace 6. Removing the protective wrapping, we can see that the Ace 6 follows the same design language as the OnePlus 15 and the 13S before it. The camera bump is super thin and the camera module is slightly narrower this time, so there is plenty of space to rest your fingers, especially when gaming in landscape. Now the back here is frosted glass with a matte finish. It feels silky smooth to touch and is also quite resistant to picking up fingerprints and smudges. Actually, even the frame too, it's sandblasted aluminum and it's color matched to the back. There's the shortcut key, same as the one on the OnePlus 15. You can map it to launch the camera, record a voice note, toggle the flashlight on or off, amongst other things. You also get an IP69K rating, meaning this phone is water and dust proof and can even handle high heat and high pressure. Then there's the usual stuff too. There's an IR blaster, support for NFC, Bluetooth 5.4, Wi-Fi 7, stereo speakers, and the fingerprint scanner. It's finally gone ultrasonic. It's fast, it's accurate, and the placement's quite comfortable. On the downside, the Type-C port, still USB 2.0, which in 2025, come on OnePlus. And the haptics feel a little weak, similar to what we get on the OnePlus 15. Now the design itself, flat front, flat back, rounded edges, curved corners, it's got that typical 2025 flagship slab feel. It's not the most ergonomic, especially with that large display, but it feels dense and premium in hand. At 8.3mm and 213 grams, it's not too heavy considering that massive battery inside. The Ace 6 is also available in black and silver. If you thought that case was an eyesore, you're gonna hate this one. Just look at that huge Ace branding to one side. It's way too loud for my liking. But if you somehow manage to ignore the elephant in the room, the straight lines running across the back, the different shades, hues that you see when light hits it just right, this back is actually quite beautiful. Too bad OnePlus had to stick that oversized Ace logo here. Anyways, let's wrap up the unboxing part. We get the SIM tool, OnePlus's signature red cable, USB Type-A to Type-C, and that's followed by a 120 watt SuperVOOC charger. This thing's fast. You're looking 0 to 50 in just 15 minutes and 0 to 100 in under 40. Normally, that's very good. Gets upgraded to great the moment you realize this phone is packing a 7800 mAh battery. I know I've said that a couple of times in this video, but the battery, it's a pretty big positive here. Now there is no wireless charging, which is understandable for the price point, but we do get bypass charging, which lets you game directly off wall power without heating the battery up. Something, if you ask me, every performance-focused phone should have. Now talking about performance, this one's powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite, last year's flagship SoC. Now yes, it is technically not the latest anymore, but realistically, performance-wise, it's right up there. In fact, if you look at GPU scores, the Ace 6 comes quite close to the OnePlus 15. Now that's mainly because OnePlus 15 has been conservatively tuned, and of course you are gonna get a better experience on that phone due to its higher stability, newer chip, but for the price, the Ace 6 does pack quite a punch. The thermals are controlled, maxed out at around 48 degrees in our stress tests. When pushed consistently, it gets a little hot, but not uncomfortably so. There is support for super resolution and frame generation included, so gaming should feel smooth and fluid here. And that gaming experience is complemented well by both the stereo speakers as well as the display, which is again a very big pro on this phone. Now for starters, it's quite similar to the one on the OnePlus 15, 6.83 inches, AMOLED with a 1.5K resolution and a 165Hz refresh rate. This thing is buttery smooth. It's sharp, can get bright, basically everything you'd expect from a very premium panel. We tested a brightness peak of 1800 nits, so it's very easy to use outdoors, and under low light, it supports 3840Hz high frequency PWM dimming to help reduce flicker. Now there is one trade-off, it's LTPS, not LTPO, which means it can't dynamically scale the refresh rate all the way down, so no fancy full screen always on display, and you might lose a little efficiency. Now honestly, with that high a battery capacity, if any phone can take an efficiency hit, it's gotta be this one, right? Now in China, the A6 runs on ColorOS 16, built atop Android 16. Of course, if and when it goes global, we'll see OxygenOS 16 instead. The phone, it felt fluid, fast, well optimized, animations were smooth, apps loaded up quick. I didn't face any lag or stutter. No surprise given the 8 Elite inside. It got more than enough headroom for regular day-to-day, even for multitasking or gaming. To the back, we now get a dual camera setup, no more useless macro. Personally, I'd take a couple of hundred mAh more than a macro camera any day. What about you? Now, the primary here is Sony's IMX906, the same primary sensor from the OnePlus 15. So it's a 50 megapixel 1x1.56 inch sensor, and it's paired with an f1.8 lens that has OIS. Now, while this sensor might have seemed a little out of place on the OnePlus 15, here on the A6, at this price point, it's actually quite good. Shots came out crisp with solid detail and accurate colors. Even under low light, they remain clean with minimal noise. OnePlus's processing seemed on point too. Just look at the highlight control on this one. For video, you can shoot 4K at up to 120 FPS, which is quite nice. Now the secondary is an 8 megapixel ultra wide. It's fine for daylight shots, nothing special. Selfies are handled by the 16 megapixel Sony IMX480. So details decent, the skin tones are accurate, but sadly selfie video is capped to 1080p 30, which is just ridiculous in 2025. In China, the A6 starts at 2599 RMB, a 300 RMB or 13% bump up in price. To be fair, this seems to be a trend with all brands this year because other brands launching phones in this segment, Redmi, iQOO, they did the same thing, 2299 last year, 2599 this year. Speaking of those phones, the iQOO Neo 11, it offers a 2K panel with a 144Hz refresh, and the Redmi K90's OLED uses a better pixel layout, and that phone also includes an actual telephoto camera. So basically what OnePlus has over the competition is that 165Hz refresh and a few hundred extra mAh. Now if that's what you really want, then the OnePlus A6, potentially 15R, might be a great choice for you. Else, Redmi or iQOO might just be a better fit. So overall, the OnePlus A6, it seems to be a solid, well-rounded phone. It's not class-leading, but it seems reliable, well-built, feels premium, and that counts for a lot. So what do you guys think about this? Would you consider picking up a OnePlus A6 over a Redmi K90 or an iQOO Neo 11? Drop a comment down below, and I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Ash out.